ไปไปไปไปไปไปไปไปไปไปไปพาพาพาพาไปฮะจีจี Oh. Nice job. Oh. Like that. Careful. Careful. Oh. G. 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 Bye. G. 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 Bye. Yep. G. 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 Oh. Bye. Ha. 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 G. Oh. G. 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 Oh. G. Lemon. G. 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 Oh. G a little bit. G. 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 Careful. Careful. Ha. 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 Oh. How about G. 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 Oh. What are you doing? Back up here. Back. Oh. Careful step. G. Oh.
Hey guys, Jim has a plan for this afternoon. We're doing a little fencing and we'll show you later what we're up to. Careful step. Oh.
Putting one good post here for the gate. John, can you run in and turn the fencer off and grab my pouch and my hammer with the insulators in it?
Yep. Hi, little hotshot. One of your last days with Mom.
Hi guys. Well, I want to talk a little bit about weaning animals, weaning foals. We have to wean Libby. She is 4 months old today, tomorrow, yesterday, something like that. And so it's time to wean her. So I'm going to get a halter on her and get her in her stall, and I'll kind of explain some of the things as to how we go about doing this. There we go. So as you can see, she's not weaned yet. She's still with her mom. But for the past 2 nights now, this will be the 3rd night, I believe, I will put her in the stall next to Belle, and she'll spend the night there. And then tomorrow morning, she will go back outside with Lady. And as you can see, this separation, this early separation that we're doing, as of yet, there's been really no issue at all. Lady sometimes comes over here, but it's not like she tries really hard to get through the gate to go with Libby, because she knows she can't. And Libby has no problem, come here, going with me and going up with Belle. Hey, come here a little bit. Come here. Whoops. She is actually starting to get somewhat attached to Belle, I think, because she's been spending quite a bit of time with her. And so it's going to make it so much less stressful to wean her. We'll probably go 1 or 2 more nights, and then we will just, at that point, just completely keep her away from Lady. In the mornings right now when I bring her out, there is quite a lot of milk squirting out of her when she goes to nursing. But I have changed my grain quite a bit. so that she will dry up pretty fast. Come here, girl. So these two do have a bucket of water in between them, but it's not the best setup. They can tip it over pretty easy. I don't like that, but right now I want to continue doing that. But they will go out, if they were thirsty, they would drink now, but they also will go out tonight when I come back out at 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and I will take them out to the tub and water them there. During that time, it's just simple with Lib. She just walks out there, and sometimes she drinks, sometimes she doesn't, and then she walks right back in. She's doing really, really good here. In the morning, she's a little bit anxious to get out to her mom, but nothing major, you know. It's just going to be a very simple weaning process. So there's so many different ways to wean, and everybody has their different ways to do it. I know the Amish like to wean by a full moon, and that's actually what we're going to be doing this time. I don't feel it's that terribly important. But I may be wrong, and maybe it's very important. But as it turns out, this time we do have a full moon, and it's going to be a good time to do it. But the biggest thing is just, in my opinion, is just to kind of gradually do it for about 3 or 4 days, and then just completely pull them, separate them in the spot where they're used to being separated, and it's a pretty easy time for both the mare and the foal. Now it's going to be extra easy for Libby because she's already got Belle right next to her and she's used to her, and this is going to be great. With Lady, she's been going out to pasture. She comes into the shed out there, but I'll probably make sure I let out probably Bill at least with her on those even before we completely wean her. But at the couple days while while she's freshly being weaned, I guess you could say, I do hope to have some company out there for Lady, and preferably Bill. These two are eating the grain really good. They get a little bit of oats, and then we're starting to get them going on ear corn. Libby, and I'm thinking maybe it's because Lady's been getting the ear corn when Libby was eating with her, and she goes right after the ear corn and eats the corn right off the cob. Belle, on the other hand, is not quite so much, although the last couple nights, what I've been doing is I'll take a ear of corn, and I will kind of half take the kernels off, and so it stays here. I don't have anything here right now, but I just take it partially. I take it off the cob, but I also will leave a bunch of corn still on the cob with her, so she starts getting the hang. After she likes the corn, she's going to go after the cob, the corn on the cob. And the last 2 nights, the cob is gone, so she's been eating it. So that's good. Yes, you're getting ready for grain. And with Lady, it's just the opposite, or sort of. I have cut way back on her grain, and I will continue to cut back on her grain, just temporarily. As soon as she gets dried up, so she doesn't have a lot of milk, then we'll go back to putting her on more grain. But for right now, it's the fastest way to dry her up is by not giving her any grain or hardly any grain. We'll get some corn. So here we are with the corn for the horses. I kind of like to, if they got husk on them, I don't really care, but I do when I feed it to them, I'll snap the husk off before I throw it into their bucket. But going into this bucket, I don't really care that much if there's husk on it, but I do try to get decent ears. The little stubby ears are kind of hard to get the right feeding for. So I kind of try to find the somewhat bigger ears. And there's plenty of those nice ears. Okay, let's go grain the horses. I really should have a smaller container for the young ones here because I'm just usually taking what I feel is about right and doing about half and half. So she gets her half, she gets her half. A smaller scoop would be a lot better.
There's a lot of fighting going on out there tonight.
Get her.
Maybe it's because Duke doesn't have a halter on.
Might be. Get her, get her, get her. Get her. Hey, hey, hey. Try again. Bang it up. So my horses really aren't working that hard recently, so they're not getting a lot of grain. Get her. We're kind of, I logged today a little bit. Actually, I used both Duke and Earl and Bill. I used Bill with Duke for a little while this morning and used Bill with Earl a little while this afternoon. I'm working down at my neighbor's right at the moment, cutting hardwood, mostly firewood. I'll show it to you sometime. But anyways, this is all I'm giving Lady. Probably, I don't know what it is, but not a lot. And I still will give her 1 ear of corn, and all the rest of them I give 2 ears. So there's 2 nice ears. 2 for Earl, 2 for Bill. Get it.
Do they go after the oats more or the corn?
I honestly don't know which they prefer, the oats or the corn. Bang it over. Get it, get it, get it. So we have to kind of keep a watch on the buckets because some of them eat cobs and all. Some of them eat the corn off the cob and then they pull the cob out of their stall by themselves. And some just eat the corn off the cob and leave the cobs there. So after a short period of time, you've got a whole bunch of cobs there. So we have to clean them out of their buckets. So this is for the 2 fillies. So I cut it in half. There's for Libby and for Belle. I'm still going to, I think she's starting to eat it off the kernel, but it's very easy just to knock a bunch of the kernels off. And I keep an eye on it and see if the corn is all gone off the cob in the morning. So guys, that's what I do. I'm not sure if I'm missing anything. It's really not a rocket science thing. It's just whatever works for you. Like I said, there's numerous just ways some people are very particular on how they do it and they think it's the only way to do it. But there are many ways to do it. I have gone years ago, I used to have a lot of foals and I would just go boom, cold turkey. I just take the foal away from the mother, separate them, and that's it. Give the mother no grain at all for a while and then build them back up again. But I do think this way works better, where I can, over the course of a week, separate them like this. And then, even before this, I was putting Libby in with Belle, and just for a couple hours at a time. But now it's all night long, and then within, tomorrow or the next night will be the last time I'm doing that, and then she'll be completely weaned. So anyways, that's our video for tonight. You guys have a great day. Don't forget, if you want calendars, we still have calendars. And a few other merchandise we've got, and I think Abby told me not to say it yet, but there's a bit of a surprise of something coming up in the very, very, very near future of something else we're selling. So, you guys have a great day. We'll see you next time. It sort of looks like they prefer their oats to the corn. But not Bill. His corn's all gone.